Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. This is ending soon. Ledger is currently having a crazy Black Friday sale. You can get $70 worth of Bitcoin for free when you purchase the Ledger Flex, their brand new touchscreen device. The Ledger Nano X and Ledger Nano S sales are between 25 to 40% off of their previous prices in a multitude of different colors, as well as a number of accessories that are currently on sale between 10 to 25% off. I do not work for Ledger. However, I am an affiliate, and I have an affiliate link below for those of you looking to secure your crypto. During this bull run, this sale is almost over. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. When I tell you this news was popular, holy hot dogs, this was completely insane. Years ago, and I mean 2017, 2018, you have to understand that the cryptocurrency market is new. This is not something that's been around for like 75 years. We do not have a lot of metrics to actually go on. There was a company years ago who used to give ratings on coins. And when I tell you this was influential on the market, you can't believe. No one really knew where to look. All that we had, and I mean it was a lot, but people need like a list in some form or fashion. We knew that Bitcoin was doing well. We knew that there were new addresses every day. We knew that more people were mining Bitcoin. We had interest in the space in 2016, 2017. Some companies were getting into it. Some thought about it. People were still talking relatively negative. So a number of companies began to pop up and basically started going through the metrics themselves. How many people are using this coin? How many people are downloading this and using the blockchain and like actively sending money through it? It caused a lot of controversy back in the olden days because there were a lot of coins that people kept on hyping up. And I mean, hype. And I like, really, like you can't believe. These companies came out and basically said, oh gosh, that coin is actually garbage. And everyone was not everyone, but the people who were holding that garbage were really upset. And they would say like, sorry, like we're really sorry for our ratings, but we based it off of how many people are using it. How many transactions are passing per day? Like we're not looking for, or looking or scrutinizing 3 to 5 transactions per second. It's more of you can still have money flowing through that chain, even with slow transactions, but no money's flowing through that chain and that chain. There's no new people. A lot of you maybe have forgotten or maybe just were not here. This was also a big thing years ago about Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's vision. When they popped up, a lot of people, people were going overboard talking about that these were the new Bitcoin, like the new number one coin. And it was mainly just like really terrible marketing and a lot of weird people within the space trying to scam other people to make them think that these new coins were going to somehow usurp Bitcoin. When a lot of these ratings companies began to pop up, they were looking through the metrics. And there was one, I can't remember their name, who actually found that 99% of transactions for Bitcoin Cash Satoshi's vision were coming from a weather app. Someone had created an app and they integrated it in some sort of way, and people using that app were the only transactions actually happening on that chain. And then also another company found out that nearly all of the transactions and money that were actually flowing through Bcash, Bitcoin Cash, were coming from 2 addresses. You Google it. You will find the news. 2 addresses. And they were sending money back and forth. And the analytics company basically said they think it was a bot or some kind of a robot something that was automating this movement back and forth. And they were only sending a couple of cents, like 5 cents at a time between themselves, to kind of make it seem like there was like tens of thousands of transactions actually happening. So a lot of times over the years when I would say, oh no, that coin is actually garbage, like that coin is really bad, a lot of people would get upset. And it was only when we had a company, some kind of an analysis, some kind of a so-and-so come forward and say, yeah, those coins are garbage. People would go, oh, those coins are garbage, because, people never, ever actually listen to me. This news was very popular for a number of reasons. Cardano has been doing well, at least at the time of me making this video. I've mentioned about 5 times over the course of this year, I said Cardano looks poised to do very well. It just needs, I don't want to use the term proper leadership, but someone who's not ranting and raving on YouTube all the time to the behest of the holders. Cardano actually works. That's been one of the things that we've also been going over. So over the years, a lot of coins have claimed that they can do A, B, and C. And when they can barely do half of the letter A, it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of garbage. Cardano has been one of the few coins, as I've stated over the course of this year, that actually works. There are a lot of devs, like developers within the space, who like look through these chains and they go, oh no, that doesn't actually work. There have been no complaints about Cardano, and that's because it actually works. It's just, it needs like the actual momentum. It needs like development on it. It needs all these things, but the machine actually seems to work very well. So when this news came out, everyone was like, all right, here we go. They're called Weiss Crypto Ratings, WEISS. Market rating firm Weiss Crypto has upgraded Cardano to an elite group occupied by only 2 other cryptocurrencies. I'm pretty sure you can guess which they are. I think every season, Weiss used to release I think it was 100 coins, like the top 100 coins, and then they whittled that down to like the top 10. And a lot of coins kept on fluctuating in and out of that actual list. They have moved Cardano to the top 3, only next to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Cardano recently surged past the psychological $1 price mark, hitting a multi-year high. A lot of people think so, and if we can talk a little bit more candidly here, the idea of the psychological level for Bitcoin, 100K. The idea apparently for Cardano and XRP has been $1. When I tell you the price predictions for these coins are out of control, you can't conceptualize. There are so many analysts right now who think that within the next, by the time we get to March or April, that Cardano and XRP will already be over $5. So remember Plan B and all these other people, the analysts, yada, 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 how I said they've all been kind of coming to the same conclusion for like a while now? Apparently, the thing that they all agreed on is that $1 for some reason was the number to look out for ADA and for XRP, and apparently sky's the limit at this point. Cardano's upsurge placed it among the top gainers in high caliber cryptocurrencies, outperforming every other crypto asset in the top 10 rankings. Meanwhile, Cardano's price is not the only metric that received a boost, as its rating also got upgraded. Crypto ratings firm Weiss announced that Cardano has attained a new ranking following the project's solid performance. Told you before, Cardano's not a bad project. It just people who are associated with Cardano in the news have often done things that have given the project kind of a bad framing if you will. Recently, we also heard the rumors that apparently Charles Hoskinson, what's this guy's name? Garlinghouse, and one other person, the guy from Coinbase, have apparently, allegedly, rumors, been in discussions with people in the White House. And they might have a place, they might have a role, they might be part of a brand new council. No one knows. But these have been the rumors that have been floating around. And this is why I think Cardano's also doing a little bit better than it previously did before. Because if there ends up being, and I don't mean like the Department of, what is it? General Elon, what is it called? Department of General, what's this thing? Whatever it's called. There's talk of apparently like an actual like crypto coalition being created. And if any of these people get into it, it's basically a big boost for crypto, but also a big boost for that coin probably as well. According to Weiss ratings, Cardano has joined an exclusive digital asset class occupied by the two leading cryptos. The rating firm upgraded Cardano from a B+ to an A- asset following its solid market performance. Notably, Weiss marks the A class as an excellent crypto asset, and the group's occupants tick major market criteria. The firm ranks Cardano as an A because it marks excellence in adoption, technology, and overall market performance. I would be shocked if Cardano doesn't hit between $5 to $7 before next summer. And I mean like shocked, shocked. Like completely like what is reality kind of situation. It's nice to see that the altcoins have already begun to awaken, whatever word you kind of want to use. We normally would not see this, maybe until like the beginning, like first month or two of the year after the halving. But I think there's far too much momentum between ETF buyers and countries buying up all these coins and these cryptos and stuff like that. The rumors that we also got is apparently that institutions are also, rumors are apparently buying up like high grade, if you will, altcoins that they think might get ETFs sometime next year. That's XRP, and I dare not say Solana is high grade, but you understand. XRP, Solana, Cardano, and there was, I think Dogecoin is also part of it as part of the speculation, but there was one other coin that I can't place right now off the top of my head. I want to say Litecoin, but Litecoin is like the rumor kind of thing. So I think it's like a front run. You kind of want to make sure that you accumulate a lot of these things. We've been getting a lot of XRP whale news as of late, but if we can be completely honest, there's probably at least 4 to 5 other altcoins that probably also have whale activity and buying as well that just probably aren't making it into the news as much as the, $100 million. One like certain days for the Bitcoin ETFs, there's been like $1 billion plus. $1 billion being added into the actual Bitcoin ETF. So that news will kind of eclipse everything else. But even if I say it this way, even if there's only 20, 30, $40 million a day in whale activity buying for Cardano and XRP and these other coins, it adds up. Like that's over $1 billion something plus over the course of a month. So yes, this was popular news. I assume this also probably got Weiss ratings back into the news. We haven't heard about this company in a while. They were the kind of go-to spot for new people like looking in the space, even for companies like getting into the space when there were no real metrics. Like if you're brand new to the space, you're trying to figure out what's good, what to buy. They found this company and I mean, it's really crazy to see that they're back in the news. Very, very popular. We'll see what ends up happening. I have great expectations for a number of altcoins this cycle. It's very nice to see that we have kind of tiptoed past this entire Gary Gensler SEC thing. For those of you who missed it, Gary Gensler is leaving the SEC officially in the middle of January. It's expected that the lawsuits against all these crypto companies will kind of go hush hush, disappear. They'll kind of poof, go away. It's nice to see that we've broken a lot of like these economic, psychological barriers for these coins. I'm expecting very big things for a number of coins. Yeah, that's the Cardano. Apparently is, I guess, number 3 in Weiss ratings, only behind Ethereum and BTC. And yeah, let's move on. Incredibly, my friends, incredibly popular news. Prominent crypto analyst, someone called Crypto Bull. These people have weird names all the time. Let it go. Has stirred discussions within the XRP community with a bold prediction for the token's price trajectory. It's about that time of year, it's about that time of cycle where everyone's throwing out price predictions. When I tell you people are like standing heavily behind these numbers, you have no idea. Referring to historical market data. This is all that we have to go on. I've been telling you this. By the time another 15, 20 years goes by, things will become a little bit more clear as to what this is, how that works, so and so. But as of right now, all we have in crypto is the past. So people look back at past market performance to kind of see where things could potentially go. Particularly XRP's major rally in early 2017, Crypto Bull suggested that anything of the sort, anything remotely similar to what happened in 2017 for XRP could occur again within the coming months. It wasn't until the end of I think it was the very end of 2016 that XRP's price began to move back up. And I want to say January. January is when we got to a 1 cent XRP. I think that was the time frame. Before that, it was a couple decimal places behind 1 cent. And then by the end of the year, that's when we got to $3 and was it 84 cents? I know people keep screaming at me all the time. Like for the exact number, I'm clutching my pearls. Forgive me for not knowing the exact number. I remember I said $3 one time and people were over it. So it was near $4, excuse me, that kind of thing. And it was really this is bound to happen kind of thing. Between the price movements that we're seeing now, the idea of Gensler leaving, Ripple is going public in 2025. There's 12 central banks who are working with the company Ripple and putting their stable coins and central bank digital currencies on top of the XRP blockchain. And did I also say that Ripple's also making their own stable coin? And there's a lot happening all at the exact same time. This is what I'm saying. Like, if we don't get to $5 to $7, like I would actually be shocked, because a lot of people think that we are going to breeze past those numbers. If history repeats, the analyst pinpointed to 3 price targets for XRP in early 2017. They are $1.96, $6.30, and $40 per XRP within the next 3 months. In the tweet, the analyst captioned a chart comparing XRP's past price movements to its current setup. The chart highlights the parallels between 2017's consolidation phases and present-day market activity. The analyst implies that XRP may be entering a critical phase of exponential growth, supported by both technical indicators and market sentiment. The not only Crypto Bull, along with a bunch of other people. What's this guy's name? Oh gosh, I don't remember. The guy who's he's on Twitter. He used to be, he still is big on VV. He owns like 10,000, 15,000 things. Very wealthy individual. But what's this guy's name? I'll find out later. He has accurately been calling like all price movements for a while. And I mean like the last year or so on Twitter. He says something and people go, okay, sure, whatever. But he's like, no, like look out for like the fall to like 47,000. That's as low as we're going to go. Then we're going to go back up to 52 about 36 hours later. And he ends up being like correct. I'll find out the name. It's not what anyway. I always like want to say food names and I'm like, just go eat something. Can't remember what his name is, but he posted something recently. He was like, I've been telling you for a while, like all we've been waiting for is for XRP to go past $1. And then that's like sky's the limit from there. Like there is no telling exactly how high it's actually going to go. He said like there's almost no stopping it. It'll be in price discovery mode after it passes by its previous all-time high. Yes, what I mean, the predictions for the altcoins are very, very, very strong. Predictions, XRP going to $5 and rising from there to $30 per coin. People think by the time this stable coin launches and by the time Ripple goes public, it is, I mean, for this coin. So yeah, very, very exciting times within this space. I love seeing the optimism. I love seeing people like being excited about crypto again. Congratulations to all the people who were buying XRP when it was like 30 something cents. All the people who were buying Cardano. Didn't Cardano go to like 20 or 30 cents at some point? It's been a heck of a ride for the crypto space. I've been stating for years now, I cannot tell you where to put your money, but gosh darn it, I hope you got some of the hints I was throwing out there when Bitcoin was like 17,000 and Cardano was at 7 cents and people were like, XRP's not going anywhere. I was like, okay, well, you keep telling yourself that as we get news that this company is working with a dozen central banks. So you can lie to yourself all you want, but you can't lie to the money. So hope everyone's making big bucks, and I hope that this I hope that this continues as we move into next year. That's the XRP price expectations and price predictions for these are like the next couple of months. Like this isn't like all of 2025. This is what people are talking about within 3 months. Oakley dokley. Let's move on. Also in popular news, it's just more of a, okay. Someone named Russell Okung, I have no idea. I think he's a football player. Acquired 240 Bitcoin for half of his $13 million salary in 2020. 4 years later, the money that he got instead of the US dollar is worth over 21 million US dollars. In 2020, former California Panthers offensive tackle Russell Okung made headlines by negotiating to have half of his $13 million NFL contract for the 2020 season be paid out in BTC. Today, the move, of course, paid off with the value of his Bitcoin now estimated at $21 million thanks to the recent surge in price. A lot of people, so I think this was popular news because I guess it's cool. But similar to like the China news that they did not ban crypto, I just saw an article before this. Video. There was like a court case like 5 days ago in China where the court kind of like legalized that like something with Bitcoin ownership. I forgot exactly what it was. Like, no, like, you know, you, sir, you the defendant, you can definitely own Bitcoin. And the article was like, did the court just make Bitcoin legal in China? And I was like, no, Bitcoin has always been legal in China. It's just, it never was illegal. You just heard some kind of weird propaganda back in 2017, 2018 that was disproven 19 times and people still don't listen to it. So a long time ago, I want to say even 2012, 2013, I found an old article, but it wasn't the one that I was thinking of. There was a company in France, I want to say 2013, 2014, who announced that their employees could get paid in Bitcoin. And that was like a major thing. Even like when I started this channel, we were also talking about it because me and you, the idea of being paid in Bitcoin was like hyper Bitcoinization mode. So we were like, oh my gosh, it's happening already. Everyone's running around like, you know, screaming, holding their head. Like, I can't believe it's happening already. And then a bunch of other places started the exact same initiative. There were some, I mean, it was what's the word? Scattered around. Scattered is the word I'm thinking of. It was scattered around multiple different places around the world. There were multiple companies who did this even before Bitcoin was like $1,000. People were talking about, yeah, over the course of the last year, I've been getting, my paycheck in Bitcoin. I prefer to have Bitcoin, blah, 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 like all these other kinds of things. And then there were news stories years later that these people basically had essentially made like 100K per month or something along those lines from the money that they were getting in their actual thing. So when this news came out, there were multiple other football players who basically did the exact same thing. Like it was a big thing. Like every couple of weeks, it was like US football. There was also like football players who were also doing it. I think one or two maybe baseball players, but I guess maybe it's like a first mover advantage kind of thing where like if you get it done first, everyone kind of goes, he's the smart one. And everyone else kind of is like a follower, but not really because these people were already always rich and now they're richer. So yeah, this made news again basically because of the recent price movements higher. And basically he's a lot richer than he previously was before. It's kind of similar. Not that I think about this often, but it just popped into my head. Where the, what do you call it? Oh gosh. Were all those mayors, didn't the New York City mayor also take a portion of his paycheck in Bitcoin? The mayor of Miami, wasn't there one in like Oklahoma as well, like in some little small town or province who was also doing it? What was that town back in 2018, 2019? There was a small town. I mean, it was a couple hundred people. I think they pooled their money together to buy like Bitcoin mining equipment. Oh gosh, what was the name? I'm not going to remember it. There was a town years ago and these people made their own like Bitcoin like mining center area thing and they had hundreds of machines. And the idea was that like the town wasn't like rich by any means and they were like, let's do this. Let's see what ends up happening in the future. I wonder what that town is doing right now. Like, I assume they're all extremely happy, but I also wonder how they're divvying up that Bitcoin. Anyway, yeah, extremely popular news. I could only find this other article back from 2015, something called Cashilla. Okay. It says Cashilla allows Europeans to receive their paycheck in Bitcoin. It was a thing for a while. I remember France specifically because it made news and people were like, you can't do that. Like Bitcoin's not a currency. And all these employees were like, no, it's okay. Like, like we want to try and see what ends up happening. Remember that university also years ago? Oh, two things. Here's a really crazy news story. I like comic books a lot. And there's this guy named Todd McFarlane. I don't know if you know him. Maybe you've heard of him, but it doesn't matter. Years ago, he went back to his university from where he graduated. And he gave them, everyone who graduated, like a special edition copy of a comic book that he created. It was special edition. And I think only like 150 or 200 were created for the graduating class. That comic book is worth so much money now. Even crazier is because so many of those people, after they got it from him, they went and sold it on eBay for like $20. And a bunch of other ones were like... These people threw it away. I just graduated and this man gave me a comic book. Wow, how nice of you. That comic is worth a lot of money right now. There was a university years ago. I want to say this was 2011, 2012. This was old news when I was just thinking about like looking at the space. And we had a news story back in 2016, 2017 about it again. The news is that who was it? Someone who went to the school, who went to some university. I want to say it was like something in Boston. I want to say Boston. And he gave everyone I want to say sophomores. He gave them all, I think, half a Bitcoin or an entire Bitcoin. He told them about it. He explained what it was to them. These people went and sold that Bitcoin instantaneously. There were a lot of people who were asking a couple weeks later, do you still have it? They said, no, I got takeout with that. Like I sold that thing immediately. In 2017, that Bitcoin I became either $10,000 or $20,000. And I think maybe like 10 people had actually held on to that Bitcoin. Isn't that crazy? Like the thought of it. It's like years ago when they had these like Bitcoin faucets. If you don't know, these were literal websites that would give you Bitcoin for free. Yes, it's not a joke. They don't exist anymore, obviously. But they would give you, like in the early days, people told me that they would give you 5 Bitcoin for free. And then that went down to 1 Bitcoin. And then eventually they were giving like, half a Bitcoin, 1/100th of a Bitcoin, but for free. I think you could reuse the faucet like every hour. I don't remember what the mysticism behind it was. So many of these people years ago, they were like old wallets back in 2017, 2018 that people saw that these wallets that were doing it, they were getting 5 Bitcoin every couple of hours completely for free. And these people still have this Bitcoin like in their wallets. It's literally just about buying, receiving, and holding. That's why I keep saying, like, when retail people or everyday normal people get into this market and they sell their future wealth, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you anymore. But to everyone else who's paying attention, you are going to be wealthy in the future. You don't you're not getting it. I think you'll have more of an idea during the course of this bull run. I think it'll, light bulb on the top of your head. But a lot of people don't get it. You really don't understand the money that is being made right now. Anywho, I think that's going to do it for this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. Hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.